POV, your dad's store is slowly being forgotten about, but he still smiles. When I saw that video, my heartstrings were being pulled. Whose dad is that? Where can I go buy some pizza? That's my dad. That is our pizza store. And I've generated thousands of dollars with that one video itself. And more importantly, what people fail to understand about manipulation is that they try to brute force their way into getting what they want. Because I want more customers, because I want you to do this thing for me, I'm going to pay you money. I'm going to give you a discount to attract people into doing what I want. That is wrong, that is dumb, and all that is a transaction. And the same thing applies to dumber people like Diddy.
Never forget when Diddy tiptoed to get a better whiff of Chase Buddinger's nuggets.
People try to blackmail others. People try to do bad things, make other people feel guilty, run away in fear and shame, but that is not manipulation. You're just a bad person. And more specifically, a lot of people need to learn about manipulation to defend themselves and protect themselves against people who know it innately. Do not misunderstand and underestimate other people. Other people are so natural and good at manipulating others that you need to catch up to them as a way to keep yourself safe. I copied the TikTok from another more viral TikTok with the exact same audio, but with 35 more million views. My dad was so excited to open a new pizza place and people have barely come. I stalked their account. I look at their pizza. It looks like shit. There are comments in their own account giving them advice on how to make pizza. I don't want to be that guy, right? But the reason why your store isn't busy is probably because you make bad pizza. And what people do not understand about manipulation is that they always try to brute force their way into getting what they want. But what's so beautiful about manipulation is that it is more of a dance. Remove the negative connotation because you are leading and guiding people into doing what you want by riling up their emotions. And a good manipulator is someone who can get people to do what you want, but in a way so gracefully that you are happy to oblige.
When Sean first proposed freak-offs, what was your reaction? Oh, I just remember like my stomach falling to my butt, like just the nervousness and the confusion in that moment. I think I was 22 at the time. I just turned 22. I didn't have a concept of how that would be a turn on, but I also felt a sense of responsibility with him sharing something like that with me, you know? So yeah, I was confused, nervous, but also loved him very much and wanted to make him very happy, so...
The Diddy situation is very serious, and at the same time, you need to analyze it from an unbiased perspective to learn as much as possible, and more or less not what Diddy has done, but how other people are reacting to it and how other people want this situation to represent something. Every single time you look at politics, an event happens. You cannot change the event, but many people are trying to write up a story and how you should be affected by the event, and it is usually broken up into two sides. And as of now, the two sides are: women are actively praising Cassie's husband, the victim of Diddy, and they're saying, wow, he's so brave and awesome and cool that he is still with Cassie after everything she has been through.
Y'all, Cassie's husband is the definition of unconditional love, and I love that for her.
You know how I know good men exist? Because Cassie's husband, Alex Fine, exists. Because Sierra's husband, Russell Wilson, exists.
Cassie's husband, Alex, that man ain't nothing. He ain't got nothing but God pumping through his veins. Like, truly an angel, you know.
This is very obviously manipulation, and a quick reminder is that manipulation doesn't just come from one person, but imagine it at extreme scale. Imagine it in multiple social media posts where by conformity, a lot of people share an opinion, and by default, you feel like,
hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
The El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces. But
We are concerned about trouble and trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country. Plaguing our country.
Maybe I should believe the same thing. Maybe unconditional love is when your significant other cheats on you, but you still choose to be with them in the relationship. And this happens in every other scenario. Imagine religions, imagine governments trying to get you to support a war. You're a patriotic person. If you support the war, they're trying to make you feel emotions and make you feel good in doing a specific action. If you buy the Stanley Cup, then you're a good person because you care about the environment. Here's the thing, you can easily be influenced if people are trying to manipulate your emotion in a certain way. And if you pay attention into what the feeling is when you do this action and then analyze it just a little bit more. Why am I so proud and patriotic when I'm raiding the White House? Why am I so proud and feeling amazing when I am protesting against Elon Musk and Donald Trump? Here's the thing, it's maybe because people want you to do it and they're pushing types of propaganda and agendas to make you do this specific action, and they're incentivizing you not by money but by making you feel good about yourself. Why are you buying a stupid ass Stanley Cup for X amount of money? It's not worth it, but you feel like you're a good person by the marketing. You're better than everyone else because you own a rare limited item and you care about the environment. A lot of things out there is manipulation. And if we simplify things to a cuter scale, there are a bunch of TikTok videos where girls get likes and views by saying, you know guys, I actually like simps and nerds. Shout out to my simps, shout out to my nerds. Do they love you? No, they do not.
I like nerds. Like, y'all can have Mr. Cool Guy, Mr. Think He the Prize.
All I said was one fucking sentence. And then I just snapped. All right. And this is what I said. I said, you know what the difference is between guys like you and guys like me? Guys like me will treat her like a human being, and guys like you will treat her like a disposable pleasures. I don't know why my tongue started getting twisted trying to recall that last thing.
There are a lot of weak, pathetic people out there. And another way men try to manipulate women is that, why don't they like me for me? They only care about the rich guy. They should be looking at me for who I am, not for how good someone else looks. They're trying to get women to value them based on a thing that actually has no metric, just based on, some random dog bullshit. And the same thing applies to the woman overly praising Cassie's husband. I love it when a man sticks with me even after I cheat on them. And here's the thing. Okay, we do not know what has happened with Diddy. Okay, the trial is still ongoing and it's innocent until proven guilty. My personal opinion, guilty as fuck. But here's the thing, we do not know why the husband decided to stay.
After the R word in your living room, were you intimate with Sean again? I was, once more, but by choice. Can you explain to the jury why you agreed to see him again after the assault? We've been together for over 10 years. Like, you don't just turn feelings off that way. We were very connected at that point still. I still had good vision of who he was as a person. Like, I didn't hate him.
I fucked up. This video was way out of my scope. I wanted to talk about the other side of the gender, which was the men reacting to the woman and how they always jump to conclusions on both sides, and more specifically, men jumping to the conclusion of Diddy, the relationships, and then I also wanted to talk about my TikTok and how I manipulated people, but at the same time, manipulation is like a dance, and I don't have enough resources to continue making the video. There's risk management, resource management. There is not enough for me to continue, and more or less, am I manipulating right now to promote my Patreon? Is manipulation a bad thing? What I do know is that there are a lot of naturals out there like Diddy who are great at manipulating and do not need to learn it. Are you that type of person? Because if you don't understand manipulation, then you need to, I'll be honest, check out my Patreon because we talk all about manipulation and a lot more complex points. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, more videos on the way. Toodly do.